All right. Welcome, everyone. Hope you're doing well. So I'm a scholar with manufactured home sales mastery and with our 15 minutes of mastery that we do each and every day to get you some information, inspiration, and motivation so that you can go out and attack the day. What is going on? Welcome to a Selling Saturday edition of 15 Minutes to Mastery. That's right. It is episode number 557. Episode number 557 of our 15 Minutes to Mastery. And, just like the title said, we've got some changes coming. But first of all, I want to find out, are you coachable? Are you somebody that is able to just really hold on and learn? No matter how long you've been doing whatever it is that you're doing, I'm speaking to you guys in the manufactured home sales world right now. Doesn't matter if you've been in this thing 30 years or 30 days. Are you coachable? If you didn't see it, check it out. Michael Jordan writes right here. Let's see where we got him at. So you can see the quote himself. My best skill was that I was coachable. I was a sponge and aggressive to learn. Are you a sponge? Are you aggressive to learn? Why would Michael Jordan be aggressive to learn? Michael Jordan had won at the highest level in college and just came in and transformed the NBA. Why is it that he would want to be a sponge and continue to learn? Well, fact of the matter is because we can always get better. Right. That was the thing. If you haven't watched yet, I highly encourage each and every one of you to check out The Last Dance, the documentary on Michael Jordan and the Bulls, right? That run that they had of the 6 championships. It's just amazing to think of the amount of work and dedication that it took to get to that level, to see the skill level of Michael Jordan, one, right? But two, the skill level of everyone around him. It just seems that no matter, right, as long as you get a team, and there may be a superstar in that team, but when you bring that superstar in, the level of play of everyone around them, boom, goes up. We see that in sports and we see it in business too. We see it with what we do. We've come in and we've helped a lot of companies throughout the last couple of years, and every time that we come in and we start working with them and we're able to they're either able to bring in somebody who is really powerful, learns the business, does really well. It raises the level of play of everyone else around them. All the sales consultants around them step up a little bit, right? Yeah, and some of them a lot. Or maybe we're able to develop somebody within the team to be that superstar, and everyone else starts to raise to the level of expectation, the level of performance. Look, I'm from San Antonio, Texas, right? And so I am a huge Spurs fan. I don't follow them as much as I used to because I'm building something here. I don't have the time to watch all of their games. I don't have the time to go to their games like I used to in the past because I'm actually building something huge. But listen, I'm gonna share a little story with you guys. Okay, I've always been a Spurs fan. I've always been a huge basketball fan. Ever since I was a kid. Okay, when I was a kid, a very long time ago, I remember I'd get on the court. I learned to play from my cousins. I'm almost the youngest cousin on my mom's side, and so I would consistently get beat up by my older cousins on the basketball court. I mean, I'm talking about literally beat up where they would throw me on the ground and start stomping on me. But here's the thing. I grew up playing basketball, loved it, grew up playing football, a lot of sports in my family and in my life. But getting to my point, the Spurs, man, we were lucky enough to get to the point where we drafted David Robinson. And everybody thought David Robinson was going to be the savior. David Robinson going to do great things. And don't get me wrong, when David Robinson came on the team, level of play came up. You started seeing the Spurs in the playoffs. They were making runs to the Western Conference Finals. We had huge battles. I mean, I remember I despised the Houston Rockets, the Utah Jazz, the Phoenix Suns. I remember Steve Nash and Avery Johnson going after it. Anyway, but it always seemed during that time, during the late 80s, early 90s, that the Spurs always played to the level of the competition, man. When they were playing whether it was Michael and the Bulls or anybody, they really played hard, man. They would go after it. They'd get after it. You'd see that hope that everybody saw. But then we'd play somebody that was just like cellar dwellers back then, and it was like the Spurs just struggled against them, could not stay on the court with them, and these teams would end up beating them because they played to the level of their surroundings. And so that's what I'm telling you. You, as part of a team right now within the manufacturing home industry, whether you're on the retail or community, are you coachable enough to decide to step up, or are you going to play to the level of everyone around you? See, too many folks get caught up in the whole thing of, well, I don't want to, I don't want to ruffle any feathers. I don't want to make anybody feel bad, and so I'm just going to fly under the radar. I'm not really going to push all that much. I'm not going to try and do too much so that they don't get upset with me. And you know what I have to say to that? You're selling yourself short, one. And second, and more importantly, you're failing the people out in the public that need you to step up. You're failing the people that you serve by not truly being coachable, being aggressive to learn, and being that sponge, and then executing. You're failing by not wanting to stand out above your peers because you're afraid of what they're going to say. Who cares? People are going to say what they're going to say, whether you're doing well or not. Just get that through your head right now. They're going to say whatever they're going to say. If you don't step up, they're going to call you, they're going to say things about you like you're not performing, you're not any better than anybody else and whatnot. So you might as well at least go out there, do great things, exceed the expectations, and then let them talk about how you're an overachiever and you try too much and you're a brown noser and all these other things that they're going to say about you. But at least you and your family are thriving. At least you are helping families out there to do even better than what they could possibly do. But when we don't challenge ourselves, when we don't rise to the level of our peers or beyond it, I should say, if we're not trying to outdo each other, that's the great thing about competition and friendly competition. You're a team, but at the same day, man, it's a performance-based sport. Everything's based on performance. Success comes from performance, execution, discipline. And so with that, you have to understand that just like Michael Jordan said, you have to be that sponge. You have to be aggressive about learning, because when you do that, now you're able to implement change in you, in your process, in your expectations, in your performance, in what you expect first of yourself, so that then you can execute change in expectations of the people around you. See, you can't ever expect more out of anyone else than what you would expect of yourself, first and foremost. No one should expect more of you than anybody else. Nobody should be expecting more of me than anyone else on my team, right? And that's what we need to make sure that we're doing, okay? So let's see, Haley. I'm coachable. I took everything in that my sales managers taught me, except him discouraged me from buying business cards. How can I be successful when I feel like I'm being held back? Hey, Haley, you know what? You're not alone, unfortunately. And I don't know if you're in the manufactured home world, okay? And as a matter of fact, Stephen, if you're able to look Haley up, man, that'd be fantastic. I think you're on here right now. One of our team members is on here. Haley, look, it's unfortunate that stuff happens because you're not alone. It happens so much more. I, as a matter of fact, went through that myself. I would tell you right now, I went through that myself when I first got uh, into the business. Okay. Let me share a little backstory on there for you, Haley. Okay. And I see, yes, you're in the community space, but look, check this out. I got into the business back in 2009. Okay. Mind you, I already was in the site built world, stick built world for 15 years before that. Started in that in 1993, right? So I'm familiar with housing and residential housing, single family housing, both from a design standpoint, selling, building, and all that. Well, anyways, come into this business out of necessity. You can, if you don't know the story, I'll share that with you later. But anyway, I get started, and the store, the location that they hired me for was one that was about to open. Okay. They hadn't opened it yet. It was going to open about 2 weeks after I got hired. And I started when they opened it. I went over there to go start working there. And the general manager kept everything so close. He would not train us on anything. He anytime he had a question, he would ask you, first of all, why you're asking. And then second, if it was something that you needed help with, he'd just say, give me that and I'll do it for you. I'll do it. And just go call people. And in his mind, he was saying, he was trying to convince us that you just need to go out there and sell, and I'll take care of everything else. But he wasn't wanting you to learn the business. And I'll tell you why it is. Because they're insecure. I figured it out finally after a few months. He was insecure of his own abilities. In other words, he felt that if he trained you too much, if he trained you to learn everything you should learn, then his job was at risk. His position was at risk. So that is somebody who is a person that is a fixed mindset. Okay, Haley, that's what I can tell you. That sales manager has a fixed mindset. It does not operate from abundance. It's not a person that's based on growth. That's a person who doesn't understand, like, I go to a lot of different places where I try to help them understand and paint the picture of, hey, listen, there is so much opportunity out there. We could have 10 Haleys in North Carolina. I think you're in North Carolina. In the Carolinas, the area you're at, Haley, there could be 10 of you within a mile, and there's still not enough of you to be able to handle the need of everyone that needs a home. You see, and so when you operate in that sense, you're not going to be threatened by anyone that may be in your organization or even competition. I'll tell you that right now, Haley. Even the other communities out there, look, they're not really competition. Everyone is just trying to help. Now, here's the thing, Haley. Here's what makes the difference for you. Okay, I love the fact that you say you took everything in. Continue to do that. Apply it, learn it, get better, continue to learn more, you just worry about the people you're serving. Okay. Look, I'm going to tell you, they didn't let you get business cards. Who cares? Right. Nowadays, man, this is what, as long as you got one of these, Haley, it's all that matters. Right. It's all that matters. You can text people your information. You can get a digital business card on your phone, and you can share that thing with everybody. That's the least of your worries. I'm telling you right now, Haley. And don't worry about what this person, if you're still around this person, okay? I'm telling you right now, don't worry about that person. Just worry about you, your growth, and continuing to help people continue to improve, and get out there. Get your marketing done every single day. Make your phone calls that you should be making every single day. Saturday, today's the day, we call it Selling Saturday, right? Today's the day where you should just be focused in on helping as many people as possible, because today is the one of the best days where most people are available, right? To be able to come out and see you. So continue on the path you're on, continue learning, continue growing. Look, I've been in the housing industry going on now, 32 years, right? I've been in the manufacturer world 16 of those 32 years, going on 17, and I continue to learn something new, because that's what we bring to you. So, Haley, I appreciate the comment, but I'm telling you right now, success comes from your actions, not what everybody else does. Okay? So, shame on that person, okay, for being closed-minded, for being somebody who operates from scarcity as opposed to abundance, and is not willing to share everything with you, not willing to push you out there. Everyone that I hired, I trained to be a general manager. I wanted them to take my position, because that meant, because I knew, I was confident in myself. I was confident enough in myself that I continued to learn that if somebody was good enough to take my position, that just meant I was going to get to do something bigger and better. So you, Haley, right now, focus on you. Focus on your actions. What is it that you're really, really good at? Okay. And if you're still on here, Haley, I'd love for you to comment that. What do you feel is your strongest trait right now as a housing consultant? I don't know if you're a housing consultant or a community manager there at the community that you're at, but I'd love to hear, what do you feel is your strongest trait? And that's what you want to double down on while you're improving some of the other things that may help you. And if there's any way that we can help you here, definitely we'd love to. But getting back to what we're saying is this, right? Just like with Haley, the more you continue to learn, the more you continue to grow, the more there's change, the more there's change within you. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. Haley works for a small company. It's just sales manager, me, and the dealer. I'm connecting with everyone that I can. Think you got it. You got it. Continue to do what you've got to. Okay. You take control of your own career. And here's how you're going to do it, Haley. This is the best way that you can do it. Your strongest trait is relating with people. Look, if I'm going to tell you what you can do here shortly. I love the fact that you're engaging. I appreciate it very much, Haley. And please share this episode with anybody else that you know that's in the industry that also could, well, not even just benefit, just people that you know that in the industry, because everybody could benefit from this. But check this out, okay, Haley. Everyone to a person in the community space, every time we do training for communities, whether it's bigger companies like ELS or Cobblestone, or when we're doing with small companies from a Suncrest Capital or Peak Enterprises, and even smaller than that, every time I sit or I'm in front of community managers, all of them, or salespeople within the community space, all of them tell me this, that their strongest attribute is being able to establish relationships, being able to talk to their residents or future residents, future buyers. That's usually what they tell me is their strongest thing. And I love that about all of you in the community space, because, man, I'll be honest with you, even though the retail side, obviously, I mean, let's be real, the retail side in most cases outsells a community 2 to 3 to 1, okay, per month in homes, just because of the sales skills involved and the mindset on the retail side of volume sales. But what's missing on the retail side is the ability to establish relationships. It's the ability to truly slow down and take that time to get to know people. Just like Haley said, man, Haley, that's I've always said it, especially over the last couple of years. If I ever got back into retail as GM, or even got into it and I started to build a team, I would search out the best community managers or people within the community space that I could, because of that very reason. So keep that up, okay? But I will tell you this, okay? What you need to focus on is this, Haley. Focus on your goals. And I'm not just talking about the grand scheme. Okay, well, yes, obviously, what is your goal? How much do you want to make? And if you want to get into this, Haley, please look, shoot me a message. I know you're on LinkedIn. Shoot me a message on LinkedIn, and I'll get you a little format that you can use for this. But you want to look at what your overall goal is, and then break it down, reverse engineer it based on what it's going to take you, depending on how much you get paid, right? And whether you're on commission or flat rate or whatever it is, okay? We figure out based on that, and then we just come up with the action plan. And the action plan is all centered around, depending on how many homes you need to be funding every single month. That's going to determine what the marketing should look like that you are putting in, not just what the company's putting in, if the company's doing any marketing at all, but the marketing that you should be doing, how you should be doing it, what you should be responding, and who you should be talking to, how many appointments you should set every single week that come in, and break it all down like that. If you want something like that, Haley, please reach out to me, send me a message on LinkedIn, and I'll have somebody on the team get that over to you so that you can execute on that. And hey, keep this in mind, Haley. July 18th to 19th, we're going to be in Orlando. I know it's not right where you're at, but it's in the same vicinity, right? East Coast. We're going to be in Orlando. We're doing a 2-day training live in person that you can be a part of, Haley. Go on our website and go to the product section. You'll see it there. Orlando, July 18th and 19th. Come be a part of it with us, okay? take some skills with you, and build that network of other professionals just like you that are going to be there. You're going to be able to hear we're going to have Mark Bowersox, the president of MHI, is going to be there as well with us. He's going to speak on some things. We're just trying to build that network of professionals like you, Haley. So take what I said, message me on LinkedIn. I'll get somebody on the team to send you what I'm talking about, and let's continue growing from there. But to everyone else, changes are coming. We are getting bigger. We're doing a lot more. We're starting these live in-person clients now. It's not, if you're not part of these bigger companies that are our clients and that we're training, that we're taking care of all across the country, you used to not be able to, you really were left with, well, do I just buy something online, a little class, a course or something that I could take, but you didn't get the full experience, right? Now we're bringing it to you where now we're doing live in-person training, 2-day classes that we're going to be doing. We're doing next week. As a matter of fact, we're doing one here in San Antonio at our home office. At our office here in San Antonio. And then we're in Phoenix, June 13th and 14th. That's a Friday, Saturday. And we're going to be in Orlando, July 18th and 19th. We're working out some stuff for Atlanta and possibly something on the West Coast, California, probably later on in the year. And then we're also looking at Northeast and the Midwest for some locations. So if you've got suggestions on that, please let us know. Reach out to the team if you've got a place that you feel would be able to house 50 to 100 people, and would be a great time for all of us. It's fun, it's exciting. But like I was saying, with all of that, we've got changes that are coming, changes we're implementing. So I wanted to let you all know you're going to see some shifts, some changes in our social media. You're going to see some shifts in our messaging. You're going to see some shifts in what we're putting out there for you. We want to bring you even more and more content that you can use on the daily with what you do. And you're going to see one of the changes is this 15 minutes to mastery. Look, man, we're going on 2 years. I've been doing it 2 years straight. And over the last couple of months, it's been more sporadic just because we're that much more busy, and it's more difficult for me to do every single day. So we're going to be making a change pretty soon here, where we're going to take the 15 minutes to mastery and possibly just do 1 day a week, but it'll be extended version. Okay. It'll be an extended version on a certain topic. And then I don't know that I will get away from the Selling Saturday and Sunday recharge. I think we still need that, but weekdays are going to be probably once a week. And a lot more coming to you, because we've got things coming to you now from our VP of operations, right? Marissa has been heavily involved on the women's side for the business. My wife, she's been taking care of that and building that. I mean, she's been getting a whole lot of traction with that, and a lot of people reaching out to her. So we're building that. You'll hear more from her. You'll hear more from Jackson, our social media manager and videographer. He'll be getting more information to you on what you can do on your end to be able to get yourself out there some more. You're going to be hearing a lot more from Brandon Rogers, our newest business development executive, who is out there leading the charge with sales teams. You'll be hearing from Stephen Mitchell, our other business development executive as well. And Stephen's out in Kentucky. If you have some stuff going on in that area, would like some help, man, we've got somebody right there who can help you very much with that. And so, he's going to be putting out a lot more stuff as well that we're going to be putting onto our social platforms. I'm not too sure. We were having a big old meeting about that, trying to figure out how it would all look. And then this morning I had more thoughts on that. But all I do know is there will be changes. There will be changes because there has to be, because we're growing more, and it's getting to the point where we're adding more people to the team. We had another great conversation yesterday with somebody new that I strongly believe we're going to be able to partner up with and bring on with us. And this young lady is going to do fantastic things for the industry, for the company, and for you. So we keep growing, we keep building. We have other people that are looking to join our movement as well and be a part of the team. And we're blessed. I thank God every single day for the opportunity to be here in front of you. Who would have thought that 2 years ago, when I launched this little training company, that it would get to the point that it is now, and that we would have the experience, the opportunity, I should say, to be able to serve you the way that we have up until now, and to be able to do the things that we're about to embark on, from our partnership that we have now with MHI and MHEI, and having redesigned the professional housing consultants certification course. That's about to, that launched already. You can pre-order that. And it's officially hitting the internets probably in the next week or two. But you can pre-buy that now at a discounted rate. If you haven't gone yet and checked it out, you can get it at trainings.manufacturedhousing.org/special. Hey, Haley, that would be a great place for you to start. If you can't make it to Orlando, you need to go and check this out. Okay. Go on this website and you can get yourself some information on this. And this is a low barrier of entry for you to get some foundational, not that one there, I'm sorry, right here, for you to get yourself some foundational training. It is training.manufacturedhousing.org/special. You'll be able to get the PHC certification. I know you're in the community space, but it's still housing, selling, and you can get that there. So go on that website, check it out, and you can get yourself information there and possibly take your career into your own hands. Don't worry about somebody else there. But listen, changes, they're inevitable, right? Ozzy Osbourne talked about it. He was going through changes. We're going through changes as well, right? And so with that being said, it's all because of growth. It's all because of growth. And just like Michael Jordan said, he was a sponge. He was aggressive about learning, but that leads to change, right? That took the Bulls from what they were to what they became. And it can take you from where you are to where you should be and can be and want to be. Whether it's Haley out in the East Coast, or whether it's anybody else in the Northwest, Northeast, Midwest, down South here in Texas, it doesn't matter where you're at. You have the same opportunities as everybody else. Don't let those people like that sales manager that Haley mentioned. Don't let those people, those people that think and operate on scarcity, that wonder who's the next person going to take. Somebody's going to try and take my role. Don't let those people affect your growth. There is so much opportunity out there for you, as long as you apply yourself and put in the work. You see the difference between you, Haley, and that person is that person knows that person is not willing to put in the work that's needed to be able to keep growing. You do that. And everyone else out there, continue to put in the work, continue to do the things that most people won't do, so that you can achieve that success that you said you want. How can you be successful? Keep putting in the work, Haley, and everyone else out there that's going through the same things. And maybe you're not, but just keep putting in the work. That's what's gotten us to the point where we're at. Can't get around that. We were having a conversation last night about that. I turned to my wife and I said, you know what the amazing thing is this. Every single person out there watching this, every single one of you listening to this, could have done what we have done, could do what any other person has done. The difference between what we've done and anybody else, or even what everybody else did before I got to this point in my own life where I realized, like, dude, get over it. It's just work. You got to put in the work. And when it gets scary and, oh my gosh, well, nothing's happening and I'm freaking out, that's where most people give up. It's going to get uncomfortable. It's going to get ugly. It's going to get scary. But as long as you're confident in the fact that you're willing to put in the work every single day, you're going to achieve what you're after. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be as fast as you thought. It's going to take you longer. But the great thing about it is you're going to learn so much along the way. We just decided about 3 days ago to put these 2-day live events together. Like, hey, let's do this. And I'm at the point right now, having gone through everything that we've gone through over the last 2 years, and even beyond that, before that, I'm at the point in my life where I'm like, worst can happen is people don't show up. It's not going to kill me. It'll put me in a hole financially, but I just dig myself out of it. And we'll keep going, because what we're doing is for you. We're not thinking about the money. We're thinking about you. We're thinking about what you need. We're thinking about how it will help you, how it'll benefit you, how it'll benefit the people out there. So when you do things for the right reason and you keep at it because you know it's what's needed and you know it's what's right, you're going to achieve the success that you're after. There is your answer, Haley. How can you be successful? By knowing that what you're doing is more important than even you. It's bigger than you, and you've got to keep going forward. Figure out the ways around the obstacles, go through the wall, whatever has to happen, but keep going. We're here to help you. Okay. Whether it's Haley or anybody else. So reach out to us, shoot us a message, and you'll hear from somebody on the team that's going to get you what you need. Guys, look, I got to get after, man. I've got a lot of work to get done, and it's Saturday and a lot of things to do. Got family back home, got church later tonight. There's so much, but it's a great place to be. So thank you very much for the opportunity to serve all of you. And like I said, there will be changes coming. There will be changes coming, all for the benefit of you, all for great things, just because we're growing. So thank you. Thank God. Thank every one of you. And we're going to continue down this road. All right. All right, folks. You guys have a great selling Saturday. We'll be back in tomorrow with the 15 Minutes of Mastery Sunday Recharge Edition. And until then, my friends, as always, I can't wait to meet you.